Hey everybody, welcome back to another Life After Lockup recap here with Jade and XD. Um, I can't tell if we are. I know somebody's about to get the axe.
Yeah.
Because
It's could be anybody.
yeah, it could be anybody. Because we haven't even. I fully forgot there's other people on this season until I saw the more to come today.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, because remember, Brittany and Marcelino has not been on this season.
Oh
And they're
shit!
on
I
this
forgot
season.
they were supposed to come back this season.
Hell, I forgot Lindsay and Blaine were on this season. So I feel like Sharp Entertainment is grasping at
Yeah,
straws
because they
here.
are all struggling.
Yeah. So where do you want to start in this Monique and Derek experience?
Let's start with Monique and Derek because they were actually relatively short.
Yeah. Rumor has it is that they've been fired from the show. Don't know why, but that explains why they've been doing all these press tours and things of that nature.
Oh.
I don't know why. Maybe I don't even know if I can speculate. I don't know why, but that's the rumor that they got fired from the show. However,
I wonder why.
Elizabeth is the one that told everybody, so take that with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, but she also would get a check from the show too for being on TV. So that's I'm like, if they got fired, then she not getting a check. So therefore, she probably would tell the story. But anywho,
but you know they're gonna use this 15 minutes.
I'm sure. And honestly, I don't need them again after this run. I'm good because she book Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I'm sure she got niggas in jail. So book her.
Yeah, she probably does.
So it's post fight, post brouhaha, if you will, and his sisters are still evil and still funny.
The adrenaline is wearing off.
Because oh damn, I don't even have like because the Glorilla one where her wig was like this, like sitting like T.I.'s head, but then the baby hairs were glued like this, like this.
Wait, hold on. I got you.
Yes, I was just like, oh my god, it was like beaver hands on her forehead. Yeah,
Motivation.
that's the wig. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, it's like T.I.
Not only
She look
that,
like the Rubber Band Man.
her hands are fucked up. I think her nails are busted up, her knuckles, all kinds of shit, and the pain is starting to set in.
Because Elizabeth keeps.
And let me tell you
fucked up your
something.
thumb.
As a person who's had fights, and a couple of them hoes got some licks in, when the adrenaline wears off, you be like, and when you fuck up a bitch, because that messes with your hands. So you fuck a bitch up enough, and it be like, God damn, I'm feeling it now.
Be like,
When that lady got out that car on me, when I told you I used to work at Foot Action, and we were going in for like an 11 p.m. audit. Lady ran a stop sign, made me spin my car out of control. Nothing was damaged, but then she got out of the car and she started screaming at me, approaching me, coming closer while she cussing me out. And I was because I was on my way to the Foot Action. I was pissed. I was pissed I had to go, and I don't remember, I was pissed about something else. So this lady got out screaming on me after she ran a stop sign and caused all of this. And I was going to work at 11 o'clock at night. She got close enough, and when I tell you I snuffed the motherfuck out of that bitch, snuffed her ass back to her car damn near. Took my ass to Foot Action. We're sitting there while the manager's talking, and he looks down and he goes, "What the fuck happened to your head?" It was red and swollen and bleeding because I knocked that bitch in her teeth. That's another thing when you hit somebody in the face. So
straight bone.
yeah, man. Yeah, so it hurts. Glorilla started to feel the pain after everything wore off.
You know, and he believes that Monique provoked this fight, which
I can't say. You know what? I don't want to defend
there's
anybody
a lot
here.
of, there was a lot of contributing factors that happened at the same time.
Everybody put an ingredient in the pot and it made soup, nigga.
Yeah, they're responsible for this ghetto gumbo.
Because even she tried at a point to make peace with them when they was out shopping with him, and they were making fake peace because they were still cracking jokes, they were still talking shit, and even when she spoke, when they did that, she called us hoes. He was like, no, they.
But part of it's like. Now they troll because they're being funny, and it's like they're trying to like...
And they're funny. That's the problem.
Yeah. Because it's like...
Like, when Glorilla was driving a couple episodes ago, she was like, I just don't like her
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I agreed with him in the sense of nobody in the family or Monique gives a shit about him because of the fact that if anybody were supposed to get called a hint of the po-po, he would have been done. And all of this would have been in vain because y'all fighting over this nigga who
Nobody
ain't even
gives
free.
a fuck but his father and his nana. That is it. Nobody gives a fuck about him. But like,
they up here smoking on camera with him in the car.
It's all manners of things happening. They don't give a fuck. Now, I will say that I think that if his sisters were not on bullshit, her and her sisters would not have been on bullshit.
Yeah, her sisters are only responding to matching their energy.
Exactly. I don't think, and they tried to make it seem like they was like, well, when you got out, you were saying you wanted to test the temperature. But I was like, when she got out, she was like, I needed to see what type of time y'all were on because it's been a lot.
And I think sometimes hood slang isn't, checking temperature might mean something else.
It can, it can. But when you go back and you look at the way in which she said it, it wasn't like, I'm trying to, like, what type of, it wasn't like that.
She's trying to figure,
Yeah, she was just trying to figure shit out and see what type of time everybody was on, but not in a, so she knew to watch herself. She's like, I know what this is, but the problem from day one is Monique should have never asked for them not to come. Now, let's be clear. They're phobic. They're fat phobic. She's transphobic. Like, everybody here is phobic. But I think it would have been less of that. She should have never asked for them not to come. He should have never told them she asked for them not to come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they're already messy hoes who live for drama.
Yeah. This seems like commonplace for him. Like, he likes this type of chaos. And I guess he kind of grew up in it. I'm assuming they grew up in that type of chaos because people who typically act like that grew up in chaos. So I don't.
And he don't give a fuck about himself as much as everybody else don't give a fuck about him either. Because he still rides in the car. He still puts himself in the situations. He's still fucking around with multiple bitches with no condom. So, like, let's be very clear here as well. You don't love yourself as much as you're claiming everybody else doesn't. None of them love you and you don't love you.
No.
If you can't love yourself.
How the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen? Amen. And that was them.
Yeah.
Let's go with Cameron and Eris.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I forgot they were on this season 2. We've been so hyper-focused on Monique and Derek.
They're not giving. They're not giving.
Right. So, this wig. So, remember the little one is at her mama's house so that they can bone. So, she got different wigs so that, just in case her man wants to have a different girl, one night he could have Natasha, the other time he could have Shirley. You know what I mean?
Her taste factor is really stressful for me.
It's Floridian.
so much. And it's listen, celebrate your body. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But that dress needs to be one size bigger. Like, the dress was just too goddamn small.
No one on this show understands sizing or wears clothes, but I think that's just Americans in general. But nobody really wears clothes that fit them.
Because Elizabeth's ass came out of that dress far too quickly. Fight or no fight, it came out far too quickly because it was ill-fitting. Monique's clothes, ill-fitting. Old girl here, her clothes, ill-fucking-fitting. It's so stressful for me.
Right. So she asks him again about where he's getting this money from because they're out furniture shopping. And he's like, you don't need to know that. He's like, nobody asked me for that. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to answering to people. And she's kind of like, well, Curtis, I'm your woman. That kind of thing. And, he's like, I get money. Again, clearly, he's in distribution.
Yeah.
He says it in so many different ways. I just don't know why she doesn't catch on, but whatever. If a nigga doesn't tell you how he gets money, because, men are usually proud about the jobs that they have because it's an extension of manhood.
Yeah.
So if he's not telling you where he's getting his money from, that's because he's afraid that you're going to snitch.
She's not the brightest tool in the box.
No.
And he has such a little man complex. It's so stressful.
So her homegirl Priscilla calls, which is like her big sister kind of situation.
She's one of them useless big sisters.
Yeah, her name is Priscilla, but she gives Gwen energy.
Yeah.
So she's a former CEO and she want to hang out and kick it with the crew.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, okay, sure. So they end up going out to go kick it with the crew, at the beach. Little one's there.
Because Priscilla picked her up from school.
Exactly, because, again, they're still boning. And, she tries to have Priscilla has the one-on-one with him, what's your intentions? And
it was useless.
However, we did learn one thing at this little meeting. He's never had a real job before.
Yep, I noted that.
And he doesn't look like the type to want to answer to anyone.
Nope. Nope.
So I could see why he's into entrepreneurship. So big sister Priscilla Gwen, useless, and that was kind of it. Like, nothing really happened with him.
It's the way he says stuff. Like, I've never gotten caught until this time. I'm good at what I do. He's just so small.
He's he's small in like maturity and like, cause it's like whatever age he went to the prison system is the age he stopped. You know what I mean?
But he hasn't been in long.
Oh right, he's not a teenage felon. He's
that nigga's 31, and this was his first offense.
Oh well, then he just.
But his attitude is so his ego has always been this small/large. Because a very large ego is really just a very teeny one. But his ego has always been this.
It's a teeny one with spikes.
Like a hedgehog?
Yeah.
You little porcupine ass.
They do. They puff up when they get angry.
I know.
And
then they start shooting shit out.
And start shooting shit.
Speaking of which, I'm starting my archery classes soon.
Wait until we get to the pre-show because I have so many things to discuss about.
But Priscilla / Gwen is asking all these questions and he is not answering. He's like, and then finally he tells her, like, girl, if for whatever god awful reason you want more Jade and XD, make sure you subscribe to us on Patreon.